How's it going tonight, old Sacramento? How's it going? That's awesome. I'm doing terrible. Thanks for asking. It's rude of you not to. So I've been having a rough night, man. I came out here to tell some jokes to you guys. When I came out of my house, it turns out that somebody vandalized it. Yeah, it's fucked up. Somebody tagged my house. The worst part is, now all my Facebook friends can see that I live in a shithole. I was like, you know, I was always told that graffiti is like an art form, right? But to me, it just looked like MSG with a line through it. Now, I've gotten it before. My name is Ben Rice, but like, you're like, oh, when I first heard your name, I thought you'd be Asian. I'm like, that's funny. When I first heard my name, I thought I'd be black. I'm going to go ahead and run through the list of famous rices that are white in the world. You let me know when you find the first one. I have a hint for you. It's a grain, and it's made by a black dude named Uncle Ben. Anyway, this is a great set. You're welcome. Anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about, you're not connecting very properly with me. I'm going to tell you some things about connection here. You may not know to look at me, but for a long time, I've struggled with bulimia. Mostly the throwing up part, that shit's gross. And I was recently diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder. Yeah, I'm 29 years old, but somehow I never noticed. Anytime I do something like tie my shoes, or lock a door, or call an ex-girlfriend to tell her I've had herpes since 1997, I always do it one time. Alright, that's great. So going back to the fact that I thought I was black for a long time, when I turned 18, I was like, I'm going to get my first tattoo. It's going to be awesome. But I didn't have a job, so I didn't have any money, so I had to go to a tattoo artist who didn't have any talent. I asked my buddy, I'm like, hey man, can you give me a tattoo? Just real quick, check it out. Thug life across my stomach like Tupac. Just to be off the hook, son. He's like, yeah man, I'll hook that up. 2 hours later, I woke up with a tattoo on my stomach that said, Tug Light on it. I'm like, who taught you how to spell? That's not what an F looks like. I was like, what am I going to do with this fucking Tug Light tattoo? Then I went home with my girlfriend and she started giving me a hand job. Yeah. Comes in handy. Now I'm 29, like, it's time to get a second tattoo because that one's working out so well for me. I was thinking about getting a tattoo, you know, because somebody's like, people always come to be like, hey man, you got the time? And I don't even know what to watch. So I'm like, I can get a tattoo on my wrist that says, buy a fucking watch. But it's not, no one's gonna ask me a time, it doesn't look like I have a watch on. Plus it has the word fucking in it, and I have a job. I was like, alright, let's get a better idea for this tattoo. I'll get a watch with no hands. What time is it? No idea. Like, no, that's kind of a dick move. Let's get a better idea. Keep the watch idea. Let's give it hands. One saying time, the other saying hammer. They're like, hey man, you got the time? Uh-oh. That's my time, folks. My name's Ben Rice.